Hello everyone on YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of Mabu College. I'm Mabu, not Mob, but Mabu. How many times do I repeat? Let's kick off the second half of gambling addiction, folks. This video is designed for those of you having a hard time to quit or stay away from a chronic gambling addiction. If you are so into casino, pachinko, and another sort of gambling addictions, today's episode might be of help for you. If you had a good finding from my video, please press the like button and make a subscription as well. I'd so much appreciate it if you ring the bell. So let's go through a lot of gambling addiction, shall we? We actually love gambling from our childhood. Anyone can be addicted to toy, video games, and a pachinko game for non-profit. If you have never been to Japan, you certainly never hear of what a pachinko looks like. But it looks an oriental slot machine and more like complex pinball originated in Chicago, if I remember correctly. Pachinko has a long history for 90 years. As you can observe a short video right next to me, a pachinko parlor filled with these loud assorted machines that you can hear from outside of the buildings. So you launch a lever and a small metal ball pops up on a board and it pumps into the pins for getting into the pocket. It's a pretty simple game. When you hit a jackpot, another flood of balls flows down in the containers at the bottom and restart launching the lever again. It's an endless game until your fund is gone. Once you get obsessed about the pachinko, you're not gonna stop it. You keep playing, not because you wanna redeem the ball earnings some prizes, but because you just don't wanna stop it. It doesn't matter if you lose or win or lose the game. Your brain doesn't function normally. So your adrenaline stimulates your brain and it gets, oh my god, it blew up my mind. Same as Mahjong gambling as well. As for pachinko, there seems to be some kind of techniques and tricks. The more you study and practice, the more likely you win the game. If you are smart, Mahjong should be fun. You think about the strategy, including memory, planning, organizations. You gotta be better at bargaining with other gamblers on the same table. You get so excited about the tactics. Yeah, Ikawa-san here is also a smart guy. He loves the competition. He's got so crazy about it when he was a student, but he got tired soon enough. I have played Mahjong once, but I'm not too smart to think about the tactics, or I was bewildered by how to play. There's even detailed instruction on how to learn, how to master, but I didn't feel into the gambling, which was great. Because I didn't have to go crazy for gambling, so I could stop it. Baccarat doesn't need any. Here it comes. Any techniques or knowledge is not required. As for Baccarat, all you gotta have is luck. Winning is a matter of chance, not skill. Do you understand how addictive Baccarat is? Once you are intoxicated by winning over the game, Baccarat ruins your life. It drives you nuts. Whatever you do, whatever you think, you only have two options: win, lose, or ties. So it's so simple game. Why do you think Baccarat is called the king of casino? Because Baccarat is a cash cow in casino market. Cash cow is a venture that generates a steady return or profits that far exceeds the startup capital. So it can be a product or a service that provides a positive cash flow and the market growth rate in return. So every salesperson attempts to create their own cash cow because it's stable to maintain annual income, and also it's absolutely needed to grow business up. Casino owners can make a huge amount of revenue in return over the short period of time. That's why Baccarat is a big impact on sales. That's right. Just one game doesn't take you too much time. Rule is so simple. Remember? It is a high comparing card game usually played between banker and player. Each Baccarat success has three possible results: win, lose, and ties. If you bet $100 and win the game, you can get $200. That's doubled and get the quick result within a minute. The transaction is super speedy and big money, So the simple and fast-paced card game, how could you not get excited about that? Yeah, do you believe you can double, triple, quadruple your bet and make millions of dollars? That sounds so insane. Baccarat sounds idiot in Japanese, but I think Baccarat is a quite unfamiliar and popular games in Japan. But if you get to have a chance to do a Baccarat, you might as well stay away no matter whatsoever. I'm telling you, man. I've been waiting a long time for this and excited to share some of the actual internal stories that we got along the way. So before we go on, I just want you to be aware of potential risk of gambling addiction again, because it's so important to protect yourself from big gambling loss when you corrupt your banking record. So let's get it going. Let's get it going, folks. So the first sign of getting addicted to Baccarat is a beginner's luck. At some point in your life, you've won a game that you have never played before. That would be an example of the event we attribute to something that's called beginner's luck, as if the chance made you happen by coincidence. But you know what? First things first. The beginner's luck doesn't actually exist. Come on, how could you believe in beginner's luck all the time? Yeah, you make an initial good and good fortune, and success commonly supposed to come to you. But if you rely too much on it, your beginner's luck will lead you to a lot of gambling addiction. It triggers your tragedy for sure. Be careful of it. You'll get so shocked by a jackpot when you start making easy money from gambling. Money all matters, of course, but making money too fast destroys you. Absolutely. In the wrong hands, money changes people for the worse. Those who suddenly go from a little wealth to a lot of wealth end up doing things that we regret later on. How many times have we seen athletes making millions of dollars only end to filing bankruptcy? How many times do you see the people who win the lottery or inherit a lot of money only to admit spending it all in a short period of time and having to go back to work for cheap wages? Once you get rich, you never want to go back to work because you learned how to make a chunk of money in an instant, namely gambling. When it comes to money, from my personal prospect, I strongly suppose it's better to make money slowly and with your effort. Everyone's maturity and definition of slowly is a whole different story, but I tell you, more harm will come out of fast new wealth than a slow steady wealth. You're gonna appreciate the money more later, and it will then go to a much longer way. So overall, if you get familiar and get well educated from self-learning, keep stable mentality under control, you'll be okay. You don't have to worry about anything. So you're not gonna be able to make better choices when faced some of the life's biggest decisions. As I said earlier, Ikawa-san is a very intelligent guy, and he was a great college graduate who made $100,000 at the early stage of his life. And he didn't go for easy money, but with his best effort, he made a lot of money over the long period of time. That's a great future of hard working, right? I respect his attitude. He's a typical Japanese businessman who studies hard, does business well, and cares for his family so much. But nevertheless, gambling addiction destroyed him, swept everything away. Here's what happens. So Ikawa-san made a small money, big money from his beginner's luck, and he's got so excited for Baccarat. There is no casino powers in Japan, so when he is on vacation with his family, like once or twice a year, he has to go take a flight to Vegas, all the way from Narita Airport to Japan. It takes him too much time to fly away back and forth, and the frequency of visiting overseas casino is not too many. So what he thought was to look for another casino spot to have an easy access from where he lives, because he can't wait to do gambling again. He's so excited when he wins the baccarat, of course, but the most dangerous part of gambling addiction is he's more excited when he loses. Let's say when you lose the game, you want to take on revenge next time, and you want to redeem your honor by winning baccarat. Same mindset as a challenger. Yeah, along with candidates, casinos like Macau, Singapore, Australia, and America, Macau was a perfect place to visit frequently. Macau is a crazy country, folks. Yeah, seriously, I'm telling you. Macau's casino have a dangerous addiction to baccarat. Chinese government one day cracked down the corruption of baccarat casinos, even though high-stakes gamblers with a VIP membership place a huge bet using borrowed cash. They don't still stop gambling until they are toast. Ikawa-san was a toast at the time, folks. Yeah, this is how normal person turns into a gambler. Ikawa-san is a business magnate, a wealthy person who took over the position of the chairman in a public company called Daiyo Paper Inc. He has a privilege to do flexible time management, which enables him to go to casino every week, because Makana is only 6 hours away from Japan by flight, and no jet lag needs to be considered as compared to Las Vegas and Australia. So it saves him a whole lot of time and his physical stress and burden of long flight. He made it possible to go to Macau every week. I mean, he created environment to do whatever he wanted. So after he's off of work on Friday night, for example, he goes to the airport directly, departs Japan, and arrives at Macau International Airport in the midnight. Goes to VIP room, hit a quick shower, grabs a cup of coffee, and starts gambling over the weekend. What? Oh my God! He keeps playing baccarat for 40 hours straight until the last minute he has to fly back to Japan. Oh my gosh! Yeah, how many times did I say, oh my God? So, in the meantime, he made a contract with a junket. Yeah, do you know about a junket? What is junket? Yeah, casino junket is licensed VIP room promoters or operators, also known as facilitators for VIP members. So like Ikawa-san was served for free accommodations, travel, and other expenses in debit. So basically they make an arrangement for him to drive to any of the casino resort, and they prepare for all supplies he needs, like food, clothing, shelter, and everything. So they even borrow him some cash even when he loses gambling. In return, they get a commission for minimum guaranteed rolling chip turnovers in 2 weeks or something. So pretty much everything is covered for a contract. It sounds to me like he's in a mafia community because in an environment where he can make a big bet, there's no free stuff basically. Yeah, most likely product or services is overpriced. But the junket operators are not same as regular everyday servers in casino. Yeah, it's all about gambling as rent money or get paid on Friday and broke on Saturday, and he can't even pay his light bill in the end. Junket operators don't care about that, yeah, because that's their business model, So they are agency between casino owners and VIP gamblers. If they bring their VIP patrons to spend money in a contracted casino, they get a commission. So junket have to be a super excellent managers because VIP patrons are their customers. If you are a VIP high roller at the casino, you are treated to be like a king or a queen. Under this exclusive situation, how could you be so sober? Once you have a VIP experience over there, you are so obsessed with it because there's nothing you can't help. It's a toxic environment. As far as you are into gambling, your mental stability is up and down. You get addicted to lifestyle. Some people get addicted to chance of winning. Others to the VIP services, hospitalities, and the private room. I mean, the kind of gorgeous lifestyle. Absolutely, you're gonna love it. But when you make your family, kids, you're putting money in action, which means you are having a lot of money in the play, taking a lot of money out of your pocket, playing on the table, being able to call and getting VIP services. You pull up and get priority for your family and the kids. They all love it. That's when you should realize you guys are so intoxicated to gambling addiction. Gambling addiction is contagious. It goes vital. If you and your family get used to a luxury lifestyle, your kids are gonna grow up stupid. You don't want them to follow your footsteps to you. The fool says it can't happen to me. Most of the money you made flow into these casino places every week. It's not for tourists. It's a local economy. If you go to casino, you can see a bunch of senior gambling in the morning and blowing their mind up. It's sad. When you hear the sad story like that, you don't really mind yourself because you think you're all good, completely fine. But when you put yourself in a position to where you can lose everything you've never worked for in your entire life, that's a toxic environment. Doesn't matter if it's casino or somewhere you can have fun. Anyone has addictive personality, so we are not exceptional. We're gonna have an upset stomach ache, so be careful of that. I mean, to be honest, I'm not against gambling. Japan has an integrated casino resort project, which is still ongoing in Osaka and Nagasaki. They are expected to host Japan's first casino approved by the central government in Japan to revitalize local economy, which is good for business, of course. And they are thinking Macau and Las Vegas have a successful business model with a casino, definitely a positive catalyst for a regional development. I think I'm on the same page too. So now that we are still under construct and under yen depreciation against the US dollar, we absolutely need overseas visitors because Japan is not in quarantine anymore. They are expected to spend more money at the local. So some people say casino management is not too easy to keep running, or crime rate is gonna be higher after they are open. VIP service and hospitality will suck. Others say it's good for local economy, as I said earlier. Indeed, both are true. So true. The main turnover of casino business is from VIP casino loyalty. VIP membership is a measure of cash cow to earn profit. So if services doesn't satisfy VIP patrons, they are not gonna come to Japan for sure. Japanese rich people do not like to go to the local casino because they don't want anyone to see their faces in casino, in public. So they wanna hide their identity behind the regular people in public places, and they wanna go gambling. So, they tend to go overseas instead. And another concern is that, let's say, in order to establish a casino resort, they make a huge amount of debit for construction infrastructure like public transit, hotel, and the regulations for so far. And how could they pay them back for debit? I'm afraid to say Chinese rich people came to Japan, did gambling, and lost lots of money, and then they escaped from Japan. In that case, how would debit collectors go after them? Chinese mafia, and they are possibly in teams. They are sneaky and wise enough to run away from anyone. Who's gonna be responsible for the big loss? We don't know yet. In terms of a big VIP treatment, debit or bill collections, Japan is still under discussion. So probably, I guess, unless international casino companies such as MGM Resort, Las Vegas Sands, and Galaxy Entertainment Group join alliance in Japan, business is not gonna go well. It's still transparent, but it totally makes sense to me. Well, there's a lot of pros and cons about the integrated casino resort in Japan. It's good to hang out with a friend and have fun, yet you don't want to lose your money for gambling. Here, I give you a secret key of how not to lose money, okay? Please take note that once you get the permission for entrance to go through the casino, just go to the exit first. I'm talking about a systematic procedure, like a general procedure. Like if you go to the casino, you always end up losing money, right? Yeah, that's the definition of losing money in casino. So when it comes to gambling, you always have to have a mindset of believing that gamble generates nothing. If you win gambling and go home, no one cares. Casino owners are not happy for you because money is gone. They expect you are coming back soon and resume gambling again. That all matters. That's their expectations. However, they are afraid you lost the gambling and never ever coming back again. Do you know what I'm talking about? Gambling destroys you because you made a debit. Your family left home and you become alone. You lost the money, job, family, and passion against gambling. That's truly what they are afraid. How was today's episode, folks? Like I said, they don't really care for winners because winners will come back and gamble again at the higher percentages, right? That's why their business doesn't go south. I hope you understand my point, folks. Yeah, when I made a whole script of today's episode, I have realized, oh my gosh, that's right. Surely, if I win for foreign exchange, I attempted to make more money from FX trade. Luckily, I could stop it because I lost the money. Yeah, my loss was only a few grand, so I was still okay. But if I lost more than that, my life would have been today. I was mainly talking about Ikawa-san's story of life, how he got wealthy and how he destroyed everything. He was mentioned that he understands how people are obsessed with pachinko. Pachinko is same as playing baccarat. That's a normal addiction they get into. But all things considered, the most exciting moment of all time is the moment you feel ecstasy gambling is to make a bet for an amount of dollar you can't pay back. He mentions, when you are at the age between heaven and hell, you can feel like your dopamine explodes. Gambling addiction is something like that. So that's my conclusion for today's video, folks. I wish you won't be like that. Thanks for watching.